Hello, everybody. Today I am going to do my very own attic find. Now, one of my channels that I watch, Junk Wax Hero, he does a weekly Attic Find Friday segment, and usually it's someone finding, Mickey Mantles or Babe Ruths in their attic, something like that. But more realistic, or some T206 crazy find, but more realistic is what I have is an attic find. I had thought I had found all my cards at my parents' house, but I knew I had more Beckett's somewhere, and I was looking for those, and I ran across more of my cards, and it was this box here, along with a box of basically a box of commons, but on the box it said no stars on it. I wrote on there, and then I had another box that said bucks. I collect Milwaukee bucks, and so a whole 900 count box of bucks, and a whole 900 count box. It said Greg Vaughn on it, and I didn't realize I had a whole box, 900 count of Greg Vaughn. Now, come to find out, uh, as a kid, I got to take a picture with him at the stadium. I think that's County Stadium. Yeah. So yeah, and come to find out, he had actually had um, 355 home runs for his career. I didn't realize that, which is more than Prince Fielder. It's more than Ryan Braun. So he actually had a decent career, which was interesting. So I have a 900 count box of Greg Vaughn cards, probably a lot of rookies, and there's at least one, 94 Topps Finest. I'll have to look through it. Maybe it was something, maybe it was inserts or something, like a parallel that's rare or something. But just interesting that I didn't even realize I had that. There was hustle. I did actually find Mickey Mantles. It's a set of Mickey Mantle cards from 1989, though, so it wasn't. I'll do a video on that one too, but it's not a huge Mickey Mantle find. But I did have some Mickey Mantle. It was a Mickey Mantle attic find, but it's a set. I looked on eBay, and it's selling for about $30 to $100 on eBay. There's a few sets out there for that, but so I'll do a video on that. But this was what was interesting to me was this box, and although I did a pretty good job of sorting my cards as a kid, um, so I would have pulled out anything that I thought was valuable at the time. There is some stuff that you don't, some players I finished collecting probably 1996 for the most part, but I think what I did was I got a pack here and there, and I just didn't have time to deal with it or whatever, and it would just stick it in here. And so I did find some cards from um, 1999 in here, I believe, and so it's probably I got a pack in 1999 or something, but I pretty much finished collecting in 1996 seriously. And so this would have been just any pack, random pack, or um, a few cards that um, didn't know what to do with or whatever. But so what was interesting to me when I just looked in here, first thing I did was look at a couple cases, and like the first thing I pulled out was this, an autograph of Don Newcombe, and uh, totally forgot I had this. If you don't know, Don Newcombe was the first person to win Rookie of the Year, Cy Young, and MVP. And of course, it was him and Jackie Robinson that were integral in breaking the color barrier in baseball and that sort of thing. Different presidents have mentioned Don Newcombe's role in that, and so I have, yeah, this is an interesting card. It's I don't the thing that's weird about this is I was doing TTM through the mail as a kid, and I got some pretty decent autographs by doing that. But this is also, you get some weird stuff. He autographed not the card, although I think he tried to autograph the card. He autographed the penny sleeve. And this isn't really that great of a penny sleeve because it's an action packed. I think I put it in kind of a unique, a different penny sleeve. I think he tried. I don't know if you can tell. He tried to autograph the card, and I don't know, it didn't work out or something, or either that or it got really faded. You can kind of see that, but also the card's bent, like bent. And so I don't know if that was an accident, if that was from the mail, or if he did that on purpose so that it wouldn't be, valuable to sell or something, so people weren't, getting rich off of, sending him stuff in the mail, stuff like that. I don't know. It's just interesting. And this was like the first thing I saw in this box. I completely forgot I had this. And that to me made this box interesting to say what else is in here. And I was much more interested in this box than the Mickey Mantle. I didn't take that home. I left that at my parents' house, but I'll look at that later. But this is what I took home. This is what's interesting to me. These things like this. Interesting for me. Don Newcombe autograph. He autographed the penny sleeve. The other stuff, Christy Matheson, Jimmy Fox, nothing huge. Lefty Gomez. And this is another one. Carl Yaz. I knew I had a Carl Yaz card as a kid. I didn't have many vintage cards. It's not really vintage, but Carl Yaz, 400 home run club. And the other thing as a kid that I did is I did this to a couple cards, and this card is laminated. So I thought, I was going to protect it, protect it from damage. So I laminated this card. Good thing it's not a super valuable card. I also laminated Michael Jordan card that I still have, and a Juan Gonzalez rookie. This must have been from 1990. It was when I was doing this, or 91 maybe, when I was doing that. Yeah. So that's interesting too, that I would even do that. It's kind of like a slab, right? Not really. The other thing, I just doing kind of a quick glance. When you get a big box like this, you can't go through it right away. It's just a quick glance and what is this? What is this, right? So I the first card I pulled out was the autographed Don Newcombe. And then I was like, well, let's look at the front here. First thing I do, pull up cards, 96, 97 tops. And it's a Laker, so you just pull it up real quick and you don't look at it. Oh, I could have a Kobe in here, a Kobe rookie. Because at that time, 1996, when I was getting Kobe wasn't that great. He wasn't that great for a few years later, and certainly would not have been paying attention to Kobe. So I was thinking, I knew I had 96, 97 tops because I had a few other cards in my in my binder, and I was like, where are those? Where's like the packs? Where's like the commons of that? I'd like to go through and see what I even had. So there's that. And so the potential to have something in here, just the potential makes it interesting. And so when you do find an attic find, most people are going to find a box such as this. They're not going to find a box full of Mickey Mantles. They're going to find a box of random stuff, maybe from the 90s and early, and from late 80s or 90s. You're going to find, and you just want to see if there's something in here that you could use for, like me. I have um, some runs that I'm working on, some player runs, some I collect junk wax rookie cards too. So maybe there's a junk wax rookie card in here that I don't have otherwise, and that I would have had to buy at ComC or whatever. But I can check off some things on my runs. So I see a Robin Yount case here, and there was one card in there that I don't think I had. I'm like 2 cards away from completing a Robin Yount run, like for all the base cards. So I think I got one in there. And here's like a Paul Mulder. Actually, it's a Blue Jays team set, but that's interesting to me. I don't know. Cecil Fielder. Got a Blue Jays team set. But the potential, and actually what actually was in here, and I went through most of this box. I haven't completely gone through the box, but there was a bunch of Reggie White cards. And I am working on a Reggie. I'm just starting that. I haven't really dug into that, but Reggie White run. And I need to go through here and pick out the ones that I don't have, which is pretty much all. Most of these cards I didn't have. I would have been buying. I have been buying some at ComC. Thankfully, I didn't get any that I already had, but that's a run that I'm working on. And then there's a couple, interesting cards. Jalen Rose Chromax. I used to like the Chromax, and they're not apparently worth that much because I sent a Jason Kidd, which you would think would be the top card in that set, to ComC, and I'm currently listing it for 75 cents. Or well, you add the 25 cents, so probably like 74 cents plus 25 is 90, and it's probably listed for 99 cents. But anyway, I really liked how these look. They don't seem to be worth a whole lot, but I really liked how they look. Here's another one, Tim Harris. I'm kind of a collector of defensive players, and he had this. Of course, he had a couple great years, Tim Harris, and was a Packer. When I was first starting to watch the Packers, we used to watch the Packers before they were any good, and that's when Tim Harris was good. Actually, it was kind of exciting. They had been bad for so long, the Packers, and then they had Don Mikowski and Sterling Sharp and Tim Harris, and that was kind of interesting. It was fun. It was exciting because the Packers have been terrible for so long, and that was just kind of pre Brett Favre, and then when Brett Favre came, and then Aaron Rodgers, all the years. So we've been lucky, but before all that, Tim Harris, and I used to when he made a sack or made a play, he used to do that hand gun thing. You probably can't get away with now, but I used to copy that kind of, and it was kind of fun. So I found that, and a Leroy Butler card. And I think, I don't know, I don't know if that's his rookie or pretty close. Probably not his rookie, maybe a second year card. Another card I found was an insert Robin Ventura gold signature. So gold signature are very hard to get in a pack. So if a Robin Ventura collector might be interested in something like, because they're hard to find. The other thing is too, another gold signature, Moises Alou, and that's a kind of more or less a checklist card, but it's still a gold signature. A couple other things is Connie Mack. I have I have a T206 card of Harry Davis, and also got Eddie Plank reprint. I'm going to do a video sometime about that, so I'm very much interested in having the Connie Mack card to talk about that, and there's some other stuff. Chris Webber. Here's another Connie Mack. And so here we go. A Mark Grace rookie card that I didn't have. I had the Donruss. I didn't think I had this. So, like I said, I'm doing junk wax rookie card run. So I didn't have that. So that's one thing I didn't have to buy. Another Chris Webber. And this one here, I think this one might be worth a couple bucks, worth a few bucks. It's 93, 94 Fleer. First year Phenom. So there's that. And, I just looked through here. Some interesting stuff. It's just random. But the other card I got that I was happy about going through this is a Curt Schilling rookie card. I didn't think I had one. Did not think I had one. As I know, I didn't have a Sammy Sosa. Got tons of 90, 90 tops and Donruss, but I didn't think I had a Curt Schilling. I was like, why don't I have one? I actually did. So I don't have to buy that. Not that it would be that expensive, but now I have it. And so when you're going through a box like this, and there's a whole bunch of like rookies, and I found a bunch of, I haven't been through this whole thing. So there's still more I could find, but collector's choice, found that, which isn't valuable, but there's, random stuff. There's a bunch of Mutombo. Almost looks like, including Topps Finest Mutombo. So there wasn't the surprise. Well, a bunch of Chromax, which, like I said, I really liked. A bunch of Packer cards. Here's another Tim Harris. There's Don Mikowski, like I said. And then a whole bunch of, there's a bunch of star cards in here. There's different things. Nothing huge, but that's what you're looking for when you get a box like this. A potential like big card, like a Kobe rookie, like that's what's exciting about a box like this, where there's a chance it could be in here. Could be a Kobe rookie. Maybe there's 2 or 3 of them. It could be. More than likely there's not, but it's still exciting to look through a box like this. And this is the kind of attic finds that are exciting, even though it's probably going to be, there's another Karl Malone. I think I got a Larry Bird in here too. Kellogg's card. It's not going to be probably real valuable, but it's still fun. It's still interesting. And these are more typical attic finds, is a box such as this. But there's still potential that you could find something interesting, find something that you need for your player runs, find something that you could possibly put on ComC, like that Robin Ventura, something that that you might not have thought about in 1996, like Kobe Bryant, that you could find. And these are the kind of things that are fun, and it's time consuming. You got to go through all this stuff, time consuming, especially if you got several boxes, you find several boxes, but it's fun. And I thought I'd gone through all my cards. I thought I found all my cards. I found my best stuff, all my top loaded stuff and all that, but I didn't know anything about this. I went through several boxes of comments that I had and star boxes, stuff like that. But it is fun when you find another thing that you forgot about and brings back memories. There's a lot of nostalgia, even though it's maybe worthless. A lot of the cards, the nostalgia alone is worth something, and it's fun. Find some things that you forgot about. Comment down below if you found something from like 20 years ago and you look at it and brings back memories, or you find something that you didn't know you had, and let me know what your story is. I'd be interested to hear it. So I will be showing more from my other attic find, and like I said, I got that Mickey Mantle set. I might show the Greg Vaughn thing, and yeah. So let me know about your attic find. Thanks for watching.